Yeah, and I'll be brief with this question because I do have one more for you at risk of going way over our usual time here. But do you ever? I mean, so this is something that I struggle with sometimes. Maybe because I mean I've been a pro better in quotation marks trying to make real money off of this for the last 5 years. Um, Sometimes I love an intellectual pursuit, Lou. Right? Like I love an intellectual challenge, and the thing about the NFL is that it feels like that very often, right? So again, that gut instinct that I told you about, Chargers, Bengals, stay away from it, Chris. But it's making me look into this game so much more than other games that now I'm getting close to a point where I almost want to bet it. Is that like a struggle that you've gone through over the years? Is just trying to like which one do you listen to? Right? Because the gut instinct is actually pretty well informed by what we know in modern psychology. But after all this research, now I'm like, I kind of want to go Chargers. I kind of want to go under.
Yeah, I always trust my gut, but I also take that gut feel and try and disprove it with due diligence through the course of the week, whether it's a fight or whether it's a hockey game or an NFL game. If I find myself in the fight game, boy, I like the Colombian now. I like the Peruvian, Colombian, Peruvian. Once I go back and forth too many times, stay away. I get 14 fights to bet, and we have 16 games or 14 games depending on buys to bet in the NFL. So go fish where the fishes are. And what I would do in that case is get some friends, your wife, write it down who you like, put a tape on it, give it to somebody, and say, after this game's over, open this up, because now you've put yourself on the spot with someone, even if it's one of your kids. And then you can see if you're right or not. And then you can tell what you would have done. I play those kinds of games with myself all the time. My friends have gotten used to calling me the logic of illogic because there's no figure in it. There really isn't. The more I do this, the more I rely on my due diligence, but I also trust my gut quite a bit.
Yeah. Now, see again, I want to compound this and keep talking about these subjects, but we'll move on for now because it's just a little too interesting for me. I mean, it's betting 101, it's psych 101 on today's show.
as great as I can.
Yeah, I love it. I hope that our audience has learned a lot from that so far through these 11 weeks this season. I know that I have, Lou. I mean, I haven't been thinking enough about ways to hedge. So I love hearing about your perspective with that. And officially, so Lou is on a 7-point teaser, minus 130. If you can find a better value than that, please, there might be a minus 120 out there somewhere. Please try and find that. He's going to tease the Chargers and Bengals total up, and we're going to tease Houston down to a pick 'em to win that game there at Dallas. My play that I'm giving out is Eagles minus 3.5. And I hate that play because I hate the Eagles, but I'm giving it out. I would much rather the Commanders do better this year than the Eagles, but that's just me. But I think it's a great spot for the Eagles. And we've covered a lot of stuff today, Lou. I mean, from process to betting 101 to psych 101. But I know that you had a UFC grab that you just want to share with the audience quickly. We have a great card coming up on Saturday, UFC 309, John Jones versus Stipe Miocic is headlining that event. But Lou, go ahead. I know you have a free play on that event too.
Quickly, we have Oban Elliott, an Englishman training in Wales, or quite honestly, he could be born in Wales and training in England. Nonetheless, he comes from that side of the world where you guys are listening to us, and he fights a kid named Hafez, trains out of Colorado. Our boy Oban Elliott, the Englishman, open 188. He's down to minus 155 or so. He's in a very good spot. This will be a really tough fight, but I think Elliott has a good chance in this one. Then the other one is Paul Craig, his nickname the Bear Jew. He fights a guy named Bo Nickel, and unfortunately for Craig, he's there to throw the party and look good for Nickel, but he's a very strong submission artist and may not want to cooperate. So two Scottish, or I should say an Englishman and a Wales fighter, as well as a Scotsman competing. I wanted to fold that in UFC 309 this weekend. Thanks, Chris, for letting me mention that.
Hey, absolutely. Hey, I'm gaining for it, Lou, because I look for your insights every week in the UFC. That's going to be a great card on Saturday. Looking forward to it. And there's a few UK boys for our audience out there. I know this show goes off around many different countries, but just for that group, only in the UFC can someone call themselves the Bear Jew. I love that. You gotta love that from the UFC. Well, we've covered a lot here today on this NFL preview and a preview of many more things. Your process, psych, everything, betting 101, and then some. A great show with Lou. We will be back as usual next week for week 12 in our NFL preview. My name is Chris Farley again, the host of this show every week at Clubhouse TV with Lou. He is Lou Finicaro at Gamblu is where you can find him on X. And you can follow me at Farley Bets. Until next week, everybody, good luck with all your bets. And please use caution when placing those wagers. See you later.